I'm your girl Sway Bay, and this is my boy Jose Bay.
All day.
All day in these streets. And what we're going to talk about today is going to be
the pros
and cons about why customer service sucks. So this is our first video, and this is going to be a con video, and then our next video is going to be the pros video, okay?
So stay tuned, and we're not all that negative, so don't think we're just putting it on blast.
We're not negative Nancy's. We're not negative Nancy's.
No.
Okay, so we opened this one up to the polls, and
we actually have a question by Kenny M, and he asks, why stay at the job then?
Okay, so this is one of our questions that we had before, which is low wages, right? And so his response to us was why stay at the job? So if the job is paying you low wages, I guess you stay at the job because some people have no other choice but to stay at the job, you know?
And you need money.
Exactly. Who doesn't need money? We need money to pay bills. We need money for school. We need money for food, just survival. And so although low wages are that, but with limited education and limited mobility like we already have, it's going to be very hard to make a living off of just low wages. And it's going to make it hard to just move on to being jobless and looking for something better, because if you don't have the necessary tools to get something better, you're not going to be better.
Exactly. So, Kenny, I hope we answered your question.
My boy Kenny. Okay.
All right. So, another reason why customer service is bad, we wouldn't say sucks because that's a harsh word, but it's not good. It's not good.
It sucks.
Okay. Well, why it sucks is because there's unfair treatment and people get taken for granted every single day in customer service. Being in retail, which we both have for quite some time.
Yes.
We learned firsthand that it's not fun to be treated unfairly and to be taken for granted.
Yeah, it's not fun at all, actually. I had experiences where, I had, did my best at work, and then someone was just nah.
Nah.
You don't know how that feels to, work your butt off that entire day just to get presented with, nah. It's just I tried. And nah.
Nah. Well, it wasn't good enough.
It wasn't good enough. And you just what? And then they tell everybody, she was lazy. She ain't do shit. And you I just built this whole building for you. And they're no.
It wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough. I swept the floors, answered all the registers. Not answer the registers, of course. But let's move on.
So, OJ did it 666 asks, how do you prevent unfair treatment in the workplace? Well, unless you're management yourself, there's no way you can really prevent it. However, you can deal with it.
Exactly. You can deal with some ways to deal with it, just finding a peace of mind, quitting a job, going somewhere that job does not exist.
Or you make some really good friends and they kind of help you deal with the bullshit.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Well, me and Jose, we met at a workplace, which we won't describe. But when we met there, it was amazing. It was love at first sight. This is my GBF. And only... He's my heart, right? And so, when I found him, I was so happy because before I was so depressed working there, and I was looking for jobs every day. But because that was my first job, I couldn't move on. And a lot of the time, I was crying every single day because I was so sad. But when I met Jose, I was oh my God, someone's here to understand me, because I was known as the weird person because I have a lot of energy and I'm happy, and everybody else is depressed, so I'm weird to them.
Which I didn't see.
What?
I didn't see how you were weird.
Oh, you didn't see how I was weird. I was just what? You didn't see how everybody was depressed there? Everyone was depressed.
I didn't see how people thought I was normal.
Oh, yeah. He was one of the people who doubted him, because everybody thought that I was weird, but Jose was she's not weird at all. What are you talking about?
They would tell me, don't talk to her, and I'm just well, that's not cool. I'm I feel I give everybody the benefit of the doubt anyway, so I might as well just see if she is actually normal, and she was.
I'm weird,
well,
but I'm not keep your kids in the basement weird. You know, I'm I'm funny, kind of, sort of, maybe. I don't know, weird.
If you understand her humor, she is hilarious.
Exactly. And if you don't, I'm just lame.
I guess you would probably be like those other people are oh, she's weird.
She's weird. Don't watch this channel. She's weird.
All right. So moving on to our next reason why customer service sucks is terrible management. I mean, I think we've all been at a job where we just cannot stand management.
Exactly.
It's like a given. Like, no matter where you work, there's going to be a shitty manager.
Exactly.
And, like, we know firsthand, again, from retail, is that management sucks.
So I'm going to compare. I moved out of retail and got a great manager. I moved out of retail again, got a great manager. When I went to retail, terrible manager. So it's a pattern that we're following.
You see that pattern?
You see that pattern. Okay, but like a lot of retail does like I said, a lot of people don't want to be in retail, so you end up having people on power trips and you end up having people who look down on you. We had like a manager, her name was Blenda. And Blenda, this is not her real name at all. I'm just making it up. But Blenda, she used to like talk down at us like we were nothing. Like, at least you have a job. And it was just like, but I want rights at this job. And she's like, well, at least you have one. And it was just like, you have one, you make twice as much as I do, and you unhappy? Like, why are you here if you don't like us? And she just made us just feel so unwelcome, and she just was so fake, and she had so many, it was just, this lady.
But we're both free from those chains because I, too, recently have left that job, and I have never been happier.
Exactly. Those jobs can, being in an unhealthy relationship and being in an unhealthy job is like the same thing. It just drains you.
But without that shitty job, we would never have met.
Oh, yeah, true. Like, I would never met Jose. We'd never been doing this video, I guess.
So, pro is that you meet some pretty good people working in a shitty environment.
That is true. It's true.
Because we know each other's struggle.
Unless you ended up with just a bunch of shitty people and a shitty management and then quit that job and find nicer people with just shitty management.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, ThoughtGirl69 asked, what can management do to be better? Well, Thought Girl, sorry. I feel like, for one, choose a better username. And for two, management can definitely take some cues from their employees. They can be like, what do you think a good manager should be? Maybe don't take all their advice, because I'm pretty sure some people will be like, don't make us work. Like, you kind of have to work.
Exactly.
But maybe more creative and fun ways to do it, and maybe more of a friendly approach as to tell your employees how to do their job, because if you just demand shit, or if you tell them to do a task and then baby them and be like, are you sure you can handle it? Are you sure? Do you need me to draw this out? Like, no, we're adults. We're here for a reason, and that's it. Treat me like an adult, and then we'll be fine.
I think the things will make a person a better person that works in management is two things. It's like the same things that make you a leader, a leader, right? To be able to listen and to take accountability. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's one of the most powerful things as a leader and as a person empowered to do. Like, you might not, let's get it, we're all human. We're not all going to be perfect. And but we can all have the ability to listen to each other and see, like, wow, let me see your point of view and what you're coming from. And why do my employees want to get more money? Why do my employees need this day off because they're sick? Why are this isn't that? And why is this like that? And it's up to you to understand why it's not. Because some people be on BS when they work in customer service too. And it'd be the customers. It'd be the customers and it'd be like the people. Yeah. And that work there that be on BS. It's not necessarily the management, but just being a manager that's willing to listen is very important. In addition to that, the second reason...
Don't be a dictator, managers.
Yeah, don't be a dictator. Don't be on power trips.
Because you will literally put the dick in dictator.
Yeah, but the second thing is be accountable, right? So, like, being able to, like, take responsibility when you do mess up as a manager. Be like, it was my fault. Like,
own that shit.
I messed up your schedule. You had the day scheduled off, and I put you down to work the day. That is my fault. Let me fix it, right? Mm-hmm. As a manager. And taking accountability. Don't be like, oh, it's your problem. Like, no, but like, you made a mistake. That's
your fault. You still need to find someone to switch with. Like, no, bitch. I told you I couldn't work that day.
Linda.
For that reason.
Yes.
Anyways, moving on. So, we are on number 5, I think?
Yes.
4. Sorry. Number 4 on why customer service sucks. Alright, so there's also all these other things about management that can all coincide with this next one, and it's about mobility. Moving up in the company, moving up in general. And, you know, when you're dealing with customer service, it's really hard to move up, and so you're stuck. You're kind of in one place for so long, and it's really hard to get out of it.
Exactly.
And so, you know, unless you're like a huge ass kisser or just like super amazing, it's really hard to get promoted unless you literally What was that? What happened? So yeah, anyways, it really is hard to get promoted unless, like I said, you're a favorite, a really good ass kisser, or if you have amazing hair.
Of course, he has amazing hair. We both have amazing hair.
I got 2 promotions, just saying. Alright, anyways, besides that, so something else that goes on all the time at the workplace, especially if it's dealing with customer service or retail or anything like that, it is high school BS.
Yes.
And,
oh my gosh. We had like
bullshit
Yes.
travels fast. And high school bullshit travels even faster.
exactly faster than the speed of light.
And it's just like, you can't escape it, especially if you work around young people, because that's all they do is spread gossip and rumors.
But also old people do it too.
Sure they
It
do.
is. It's like we had sexism at our job. Well, I don't work there anymore, and he doesn't either. But at our old job, we had a lot of sexism going on to the point where like it was like that we had called these group of guys the thought boys, and the thought boys were guys who got away with anything, right? Because the boss were like, ooh, they're sexy, they're young, they're edgy, they're 17, they're in high school, I'm 47 and I'm married. Yeah, we got so much in common. And we're like, okay, and our bosses who are female, they were like hitting on them and they were letting them get away with anything. Like these guys, they're coming late to work, they be on their phones in front of them, they be talking rude to customers. They were going all out, like
Just not doing anything but like whatever they wanted to. Basically.
exactly. Jose, he was a manager there, and they just like walked right over him.
Well, not really.
Yeah, well, he wouldn't let them. But,
I
like,
wouldn't let them.
but he walked over a lot of managers.
They would
like,
try really
Yeah.
hard, but they wouldn't get it over me.
Exactly, they would try. It was thought boys, legit.
But-
they had the fuckboy haircut, everything. They had their thought gear on. They were just ready.
But yeah, so high school bullshit and favoritism and sexism all kind of tie in together. And, like, it's really no escaping it because that's going to happen in that work environment. Unless you're, like, in a super professional environment where none of that exists, that's what you're going to deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah,
And, I mean, we both dealt with it firsthand, so we're just kind of, like, reporting from what we know.
exactly. Only what we know. I mean, you might be in a workplace that you just love everything about it, and that's good. You might be in customer service and you love everything about that. And I'm fine with that because in our next video, we're going to talk about the pros about working in customer
The
service.
pros. So, the
pros.
good things.
Yes.
But before we go, we do have one last question. It's from the one for you.
The one.
And the one asks, why is it bad being a favorite? Well, I mean, it's not bad, but
Yeah, it's not bad. But I feel inside that like if you're the favorite because you wear skinny jeans and you remind your boss of her old high school lover, then that's not good.
that's not a good reason to be a favorite.
Yeah, that's not a good favorite. But you're a favorite because you work hard and because you do what you're supposed to, and every day you put in 110%. Then you deserve to be a favorite. I don't see why not.
And
like
I would say own it.
own it. Yes, there's nothing wrong with being a favorite if you deserve to be a favorite.
Don't be a favorite if you didn't earn it.
Exactly, and acknowledge that. So we're signing off.
On that note,
Bye.
bye.